Hello everybody, it's Jean-Marie. I know we are at the very end of February, but I am still working with my January box. I just didn't get enough time to work on it with the big craft fair that I had coming up with my crochet. So I'm going to do this box up, try to get it finished up before I dive into February's box. By the time I dive into February's box, we'll probably already have received March's, but we're gonna try. So I do have a couple of little ideas laid out here. I think maybe I'm going to start with this one. It's a little bit easiest. I have a piece of memory wire. Hold on just one second, I gotta get it untangled. Maybe. Got too much stuff tangled up over here. And there goes beads. So I just have a piece of silver memory wire cut. I let it overlap a little bit up there at the top just to give me some wiggle room. And this one's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to take that beautiful pendant that we received. First thing I'm going to do is put on a couple little beads here just to take up some of the space under that bail that's on it. Let those drop down. And then because this bail piece is so big, it'll ride on those beads. Right now it probably will just move around a lot, but when it's all said and done, it will ride on those beads, and that will help fill up that space in there and make everything set evenly instead of this being down low on the wire and then my bead being up above it. It kind of helped them all ride along the same plane. And other than that, really all I want to do is just alternate between the little moonstone bead. These ends on this wire are terrible. That's why it tangled so badly, because it was catching on everything. I have a really hard time getting anything onto. I'm going to pause for just 1 minute because I want to try to see if I can get those ends a little bit smoother. Well, I fought with it. Again, like I've said before, this memory wire is so tough that I have the hardest time even cutting it with my memory wire cutters. So I battled it, and I don't know that it's any better. We will find out when I go to put these beads on. So I did both ends. Try to make them a little... That's a little better. Yep, I can actually get a bead on that one. Let's see about this one. Yes. So basically all I'm going to do is alternate between those ones and these little crackled beads that we received for a bit. I'm not sure how far up I want to go yet. Maybe about half the distance. Oh shoot. Let's try that again. Oh, wait a minute. Did it actually just go up over that one? It did. Maybe I should start with the bigger bead so that it isn't going up over my... up over the bead next to it. It's been a little while since I've made a memory wire project. Yeah, this end's gonna give me trouble. Yeah, there's that bead. Must have been that bead, I guess. Okay, so once I get that up over that, like this is what it's going to start looking like. And I'm just going to do this, probably a couple more sections. Let's see what 3 sections look like. See if that's enough. Let's shut the door. I Mike's listening to the TV downstairs and I can hear it and I don't want to pick it up. That's a little better. Okay, let's do a couple more here. I think another round. I think one more section of each, and then end it with the one of these little moonstones. So I'm gonna do one moonstone, one crackle bead, and a moonstone. Same thing on this side, one moonstone. One crackle bead, and do I have another moonstone here? This one. Okay, this is what I have so far. I suppose I could continue it all the way to the end. I actually kind of think it would be very pretty like that. I was thinking about just going with small beads at this point, just finishing it up with small silver beads, but I don't know. I kind of like the look of it the way it is. I think I might just continue it. If I have enough of the moonstone beads anyway. Do I have 1, 2? I don't think I do. Okay, got plenty of the crackle beads here. I have another moonstone over here. I'm definitely not going to have enough of moonstones. Dang. I wonder if I have any in my drawer. I might have. I'm going to go dig in my drawer for a minute. I did not find any more. However, I am going to take the 4 that I've got here and do just a little more of the necklace. Add just about 2 more on each one. And I did find some silver beads. Oh shoot, I think this is the one that wouldn't fit. Let's try it on the other end. Which, now that I think about it, quite possibly my silver beads might not fit either. We'll see, I guess. Okay, so I brought it up a little bit more there. So now I'm just going to take all these little small silver spacer beads and just finish my necklace off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and round one end right now. No, I'm not going to do that. What am I talking about? I can't do that. I've got to put my beads on it. So I'm just going to fill this side up with little silver beads. I'm going to put on probably 10, and then I'll do the other side and see where I'm at. And this will help give it a little more of a flow from the thicker beads into like the smaller beads instead of just going right to the wire. These have got a good hole on them too, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10. I guess I might be able to do plenty more than that because I got lots of wire still on the other side. This would be a good time for some tube beads too, if I had any. It's probably going to take about 20 on each side, so approximately 40 of these little beads, I'm guessing. I have more. I have this package, and then I have more here, so I have plenty of them. I wished I had more of the little stardust ones we got in the box, because that would look really pretty with it, but that's okay. This looks pretty too. I think this looks nice. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put 10 more on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to lose that one. Eek, get back there. All right. I know I need another one over there. Let's get these count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, and 20. And if I had something to slide onto the end, like an earring back or something, I would have the metal ones. I don't know if these ones hold it or not. No. I usually use a rubber one. I have it in my drawer somewhere. I do. And that will hold my beads from coming off on me while I switch to the other side. So again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what I thought. Because I lost one off in it. So that's my 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 18, 19, and 20. Now we'll see where we are. Oops, sorry, I mean to bump the camera. Okay, so to get to a point where we will overlap and roll our pieces back, I'm thinking I'm going to need probably 5 more on each side. Let's do 5 more, or let's do 6 more. We'll make it an even 26. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I know I pulled out 2 stoppers. What did I do with the other one? And this is what I ended up with. I could possibly go a couple more and then just roll the ends. I might do that just because this metal is so hard to cut. Normally I would just cut it so that the ends come together. This one is so hard to cut. I think I'll just fill the whole thing up and then try to roll it because it's not going to be easy to roll either. So, all right, I'm going to put 4 more on, which makes it an even 30 on each side. So a total of 60 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I'm going to slide all that down and try to roll this. And I'm going to have to do it off camera because of the fact that it's so tough. It's going to take me forever to get it rolled. I'll be so glad when I've used all this memory wire up so I can get some more. That is not this bad. Okay, so because it is really, really tough, it's almost impossible to get a really good clean roll on it. We'll try to push it in just a little bit with my flat nose. And close it off as much as possible. Okay. So I've got that. Now I'm going to push everything down from this side and take the end off. And hope that it works out evenly as far as what I have left to roll. And it looks like it's not. Once I get everything pushed down there, it looks like I'm going to have way more wire than I need to make a clean roll. So I am going to end up having to cut it off after all. Which, oh no, I did not add my other 4 to this, did I? That's true. I do have to add 4 more beads to this side, so that might just do it. Gosh, I hope so. I really don't want to have to cut this wire. Yeah, I think that's perfect, actually. Gave me enough. I think I can roll that. Let's see. Okay, got it rolled, and they line up just right. So actually, it's perfect. They came out good. Oops, upside down, but other than that, came out good. All right, let me get some of this mess out of the way so you can actually see what I did. There we go. So there is my necklace. I think that's really, really pretty. Very simple, just stringing beads on a piece of memory wire. And if your memory wire is better than mine, you'll have less of a struggle. But yeah, I think overall it came out really pretty. I do like it. Now what? Maybe a bracelet to go with it? What am I going to use though? I used all my moonstone beads. I don't know. Maybe not. Should I make something like this? Maybe. What could I make? Just enough beads to be even on both sides. Should I do that, or should I just make a pair of earrings with it? Something like that. Let me see. Could make them a stud. Oh, I like that. I think that will look pretty, won't it? Why don't we do that? We'll make a pair of earrings to go with it instead. Alright. I have the one broken bead here. I guess I don't need to throw it away after all, because I threw it on the floor instead. Okay, I need eye pins. No, I don't need eye pins. I need head pins. I think I want to go with a ball head pin. And I'm going to put on my little crinkle bead here. Where they are, sparkle bead. One of these little crackle beads, and then another one. These are going to be some super simple earrings. Just like that. Quite pretty. Take my pliers. With my round nose because it's got a nice small tip at the top for bending over. Then create my loop. Up, over, and around. See if I can't straighten it back out. Somehow I managed to totally lay it on its side. There we go. Snap it right through our link. Just like that. Sorry about that. Let me move this out of the way a little. Take my tail. Oops. If I get a hold of it and hang on to it, just put a little wraps right into my space here. Just like that. Focus, there we go. And then trim that back piece off. Tuck my wire down. Okay. Take my ear wire. And these ones do open, I believe. Check real quick. I could be wrong. These ones do not open. Thought these ones opened like a jump ring, but they do not. So, because this and this are going in opposite directions, I would have just been able to hook it right on there if it had opened like I thought it did. Pretty sure it does though. It really looks like it does. I just gotta get it closer to my eye, I think. My pliers would stop slipping off and it would help. No, that does not work. I just totally broke the whole loop right off the earring. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have to do two really small jump rings together to get it to lay in the right direction, unfortunately, which is going to make it hang kind of funny, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Probably ought to work with the right one. This is the fun part, just playing with your stuff and being creative and seeing what works and what doesn't work and just letting your mind flow as you're working. Just see what you come up with. It doesn't have to be a thought out, planned out, drawn up on paper process. Just let the creative juices flow and see what you get. Problem solve along the way. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And that's how it's going to hang. like it. I think it looks really nice. All right, let's get the other one put together. See if I can find me another head pin here. Lily was here this weekend making jewelry, so I've got a lot of gold findings out mixed in with all my silver findings, so I have to pick and paw. She has a lot of fun creating jewelry. I told her that now that she's getting to the point where she makes a lot more jewelry and everything and she wants to sell it, I would rent another, the 2 spots when I do my craft fairs. And she could set her jewelry up next to me. And I'll help her out with, like getting a square, and because she does have a name for it already. It's Lilybug Designs. And so she has like business cards that she puts her earrings on and stuff like that. So try to help her get going a little bit so that she can actually, as she becomes a teen, she can just, set up her own booth and sell her jewelry. Hopefully. Maybe get to an Etsy shop eventually. She does do a very good job. And I'm sure as she goes, she's going to progress and, learn more techniques and skills. And eventually I'll be teaching her how to do wire wrapping. There's that one. Just need to dig out a couple more small jump rings. And those are set. We have had so much snow here. Well, I'm sure everyone has. Snow has been hitting hard everywhere, I know. But it's snowing out right now. And Mike and I are going to have a sledding party this weekend for the grandchildren, his and mine. So he has been taking his bulldozer and his plow, because I don't know if I've mentioned or not, but Mike is the plow person for the town. He does all the town plowing, does the main roads, the dumps, the school, all that kind of stuff. So he's a gravel contractor. He does septic systems and house lots and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he has been taking all the snow and mounding it out back, and creating this big slope that will come down off it and go down across the field, so the kids can have a place to sled. And then we're going to have hot chocolate and a bonfire with hot dogs and s'mores, and let the grandkids play and just have a ball. Come on. So I think that's going to be super fun. We're doing that Saturday, which will be the 28th, last day of the month. And it's supposed to be in the 40s here that day, but we've gotten so much snow that we'll have plenty of snow, even though it's going to be warm. So it's going to be a perfect day for it. The kids will actually be able to play outside and not be cold. And yeah, it's going to be fun. There. So there is one set all made. And that only took us about a half an hour, so that's not too bad. Let's move on and do something else. And get some of these beads used up. Okay, so my next plan is to use these bears. I just love them. I think they're so cute. I want to kind of do maybe a Y style type of thing. But what do I want to put in it is my question. Definitely think I want to use the coin beads. pick them out. And let me see, what did we get besides the coin beads? These, not, I mean, I like them, but I'm not sure that's what I want. I do like these, but I think I'm using those in a different project. So what does that leave me with? I have these, these. Okay, let's first figure out what we're going to do here. Do something like that. And then we'll do something to come down into here. Maybe I should put a ring here. If I had a ring, something like that. What do I have? Something like this, I think. Do I want these in it? Kind of don't. I really don't think I do. I'm going to dig into Lily's bag and get out her beads. Steal her moonstone beads. And let me see, I need something to cut it with. Okay. That's better. She may not agree, but I think it's better. Need something whiter to break up some of the color. Alright. So if we did that and that. And maybe this. Do I have more of those? Not too many. I have a few up there, I guess. Yeah, I have a few. Might work. Okay. Let's separate these the same way. Oh, I need something smaller, so I guess I really do want that one anyway, because it's got to have something that will go into the little bear's feeties. Okay, so I've got that so far. I like that, I think. Do I just want to keep repeating the same pattern? Or do I want to start adding some of these into it? Okay, do I like that? I think I do. I think I do like that. I think. Then repeat it with another one. Okay. That. And that makes me have just two of those little beads. We'll have three of them, I guess. There's one here. And Honestly, I think that's enough anyway. Let's put the last one of these on it. Is that what I want to end with or no? No, I don't think so. I think I want to end it just like that. Okay. I wish these were double-sided, so you could hang them this way and this way, but they're not. So they're both going to hang this way, which I don't love. That's going to be my earrings for it. Need one more of these. Might have to delve into Lily stuff again. Do I have one more kicking around here? Oh, right. No, that's not it. Oh, there's got to be another one in here somewhere. You know what? I forgot about these little puff star beads. How many of them do I have? Oh, I have a whole package of them. Maybe I should put those in it instead. Let's see. No, I still like it better with the little stardust beads. Just need to find one more. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Someday I'll have a better camera setup that doesn't have to hang so close to the table. One more stardust bead, that's all I need. I actually think I do have some of those in my stash, so I think I'll steal just one of Lily's for right now. She can have one out of my stash afterwards. Or she can just be minus one bead. There. I think I want to do studs again. I like the stud earrings, especially when they hang long like this. That's a pretty set. I like that. Let's use beading wire. Let's use some beading wire, which means crimps. Where is my beading wire? I think I'll go with the white. White beading wire. I just gotta find some crimps now. There's my crimps. And some little bitty clamshells. Okay, let's get the rest of this stuff out of the way. Perfect. All right. So let me see. Probably gonna want to stretch about. I'm gonna cut off about a foot, I guess. Two of them, one for either side. And just a little short one for the little Y strand here. Okay. Try to straighten it a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and get out my crimps. I don't know what I've got mixed in there. beads and sequins and all kinds of stuff. Alright. So I'm just going to put one little crimp on the end. I can pick it up. Get my pliers ready. Squeeze around there. Trim off the excess piece there. Get out a clamshell. I like these tiny little silver ones. They're so small. They're perfect. They just look like a little bead afterwards. And we'll feed that on right down over that crimp. Close it shut. All right. These coin beads are really pretty. Alright, so there's that section. Just like that. So now I'm going to drop another clamshell on it. This time upside down. Let it go down to the end. Pick up another crimp. And let that drop down. I definitely had more than enough wire here for it. I knew I would anyway, but I always err on the side of too much. Hate running out in the middle of something. Get my pliers down in there. You know what? I think I'm just going to open that clamshell up a little bit more. Makes it easier to get in there and crimp that crimp. Like that. Trim that off. And basically this is exactly what that piece for the earring will look like. That's the same pieces right there, so that'll go right from the earring to the ear wire. So essentially you're going to make 3 of this particular piece right here. Okay, there is that one. Now let's repeat the process with these longer strands. So again, we're going to put on a crimp. Give it a squeeze. My clamshell over it. Okay. And we will just start beading up this side. So it's just going to be the repeat, other than the fact that we have the bear down here, the little guinea bear. Let's slide that over. Okay, so I've got that first repeat. That's going to be the repeat we do a lot. And we're going to drop our little Goonie Bear on. And then we'll start that repeat again. Whoops, wait a minute. Yeah, I wanted this here first. Little Aurora Borealis bead here. And then start that repeat. All right, next one. Sorry, losing my voice there. Alrighty. Well, there we go. Okay, this is our second strand strong. And of course, our little Goonie Bear is gonna free float back and forth there, but that's okay. All right, so once again, I have way more wire than I needed. It's all right, I can use the short pieces in the earrings. Drop my crimp down over, my clamshell, anyway. My crimp. Oops, I just flung that one. Gonna lose everything off in it. Okay. Just let everything drop. Don't squish it all the way down because you're going to make your wire too stiff. And just go in with your pliers and grab your bead if you can. And pinch it shut. There. And trim it off. I think I got it shut, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Felt a little loose there for a minute. I think I am going to go in and just squeeze it just a bit more. Just to err on the side of caution here. Okay, now we have that section done. Perfect. And let's get the next one. I'll try to straighten my wire again a little bit, take some of the curl out of it. Pick up my bead. Ooh, got that awful close to the edge. Seems to be pretty sturdy though. All right, let's get this side over here strung on. These stringing projects work really well. They go kind of fast. So I love these little bears. I wish we'd gotten a whole lot of them. I mean, I know I could buy more, but I'm not going to do that. Not right now, anyway. Maybe later on. All right, that one's strung. So I have to say the February box that we received is very, very pretty. I didn't receive mine until pretty late, so I didn't bother to do my unboxing, which I would normally have done, because I usually receive my box around the 10th. And I didn't get it until close to like the 17th. Not really sure what that was all about, but it was just too late by that point to bother with an unboxing, so I would just start creating with it. probably this week sometime. I'll get started on it now that I've finished up a little bit of January's box. See what I could come up with it. There. Okay, there's that so far. So I think that looks really, really pretty. Okay, let's get out a couple of small jump rings. I really like to have some smaller ones, but these will have to do. Combine them at the plum. And these little textured jump rings that I have here, I have had quite some time. I've used them in many of my projects. You've seen them before. They came in silver and gold in a multiple sizes. I use them a lot. And I've still got a ton of them. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. I'm wondering if I should put a bead in between to keep them from getting too close together. I think I kind of want to, just for the fun of it. Let's see. Let's open it up. And what do we want to put in the middle of it? Not sure if this will fit over it. Not really. What about... the hole's pretty small on these. That definitely won't fit. Nope. So let's try a couple of these little silver beads. Oh, these fit just fine. If I could hold on to them. These are the same ones I just used on the memory wire necklace there. You know what? I'm just going to hold it with this. It'll be so much easier. I think. Oh boy. All right. Enough of that. Let's try it this way. That works better. I think I'm going to go with at least 3 because I want a pretty good gap between them. I think that'll work. Let's try it. Close it back up. Bring that one back up. And yeah, that holds them apart here, down here pretty well. So they're not coming together into a point there. Actually, I probably could have gone with more, but I think that's going to be okay. So now let's connect these. well. There. I don't know where that jump ring just went right off to. All right, what do we have now? Let me see. Yeah, that's looking really, really cute. Very cute. Putting those 3 beads in here gave this enough space to keep it more of a, you know, so they're not just hanging from each other like this. They actually have some separation. So I like that a lot. That bead, that does look a little bent though. That's a little better. Looking very cute. I'm curious to see how much wire I'm going to cord it. Yep, I'll get there. How much chain I'm going to want on it. I'm thinking about a 4-inch section of chain on either side would be just about perfect. So let's see. And this is just some textured chain that we received in the box at one point in time. I love the chain that we got with the box, but we just did not get enough in my opinion. We needed way more than that. Okay, so let's just go in here and cut that link. And take our pin. This pin's seen better days. I've got to break down and buy some new cutters. When things start looking smushed instead of cut, it's time for new cutters. Alright, there's my 2 links of chain for the necklace. There's my earrings. And some jump rings. So if anyone is interested in ordering the bargain bead box, I do have an affiliate link, and if you go to the bottom of this video where it says more, and click on that, and then click on bargain bead box to sign up. You can use my coupon code, which is CHAR2, CHAR2, and save $2 off your first month's box, and sign up to start receiving your own bargain bead box. It's one of the best for your money bead box subscriptions out there, in my opinion. It is the best for your money, actually. Well, why am I not able to grab that every single time? Get in there. And that in there. Maybe I should just try closing it before I get too close. That could work. I gotta hang on to this side and actually hang on to it. There we go. I probably squashed my jump ring out of shape now. A little bit. That is fixable. There. All right. So let's get the other side now. This one was a little bit simpler. All right, there we go. And now we just need some kind of clasp. I love the clasps that came with this box, the magnetic clasps, but I think I'm going to save them for bracelets. I don't trust them on a necklace. I've had necklaces get lost before with a magnetic clasp, so I think I'm going to just go with the clamshell if I can find one in here. I got my toggle box and a clamshell. This is a chunky one, but it does already come with a jump ring on it. And find a jump ring to hook to. And this necklace is done. What do you think of it, guys? Do you like this one? It'd be nice if my little Goonie Bears would actually stay put. I suppose I could glue them. That wouldn't be, nah, we won't do that. And so let's make the earrings now and get those done before we run out of, we're already over an hour, but this won't take long. I'll take a scrap of my beading wire, take a crimp it down on there, find my cutters. Lost my cutters. Now they are. I don't really need to trim much off in this one, I guess. Looks fine. Drop my clamshell over it. And the same process, the little stardust bead. And go in with my coin and another one of the, that one looks chipped. I don't think we're going to use that one. Okay. Open up another clamshell. Drop it down over. Drop on my crimp. Squeeze that shut. And then close that up. Maybe. There we go. And there is that one. And then we just have one more to go. Repeat the same steps. Pick up a crimp. Pick up a clamshell. Our stardust, our moonstone, coin, moonstone, and stardust. Open the clamshell. Pick up a crump bead. Maybe. Get that nice crimp. There. That makes both earrings. And again with the little jump rings, which I seem to be running low on. There's 2. And 2. Now you are going to want to make sure when you hang your jump ring for this that you're hanging it so that the front of your stud is on the same side as the front of your little earring piece, little mountainscape. To turn this one a little bit because it wasn't really pointing in either direction. There. There's the earring for that one. Boy, that's a long earring. And imagine what it would be like if it was on a wire. That. Oops. Yeah. That is earring number 2. They're pretty sad. All right, I'm going to pause and I'm going to get both of these onto a form so I can show them to you. So here we are with the 2 finished sets. Set number 1 and set number 2, which I think came out really, really pretty. So anyways, I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a little bear emoji. I would appreciate that very, very much. Drop a note and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.